Hello, hello, hello. Today we are going to discuss a movie Inside Out 2015. Pretty fresh one, but before, as we say, woke era. And now I wonder, will I ban it on YouTube or not? because of these comments. Okay. Just in case, Sergey, if you missed this drama, we are not supposed to discuss politics anymore because I got strike one on our channel, YouTube channel. So if we continue to discuss some politics in America in particular, so I will got strike two.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah.
And I have one more question. Who watched your video, Ivan?
Bro, yeah, it's the most interesting question. I agree. So, but probably it was made by artificial intelligence. So nobody watched it,
Yeah.
but they, what's the word for this? Transcribing, right? Our speech to a text, and they compare, do we follow the baseline, mainstream or not?
It's a bad news because in our chat we could discuss about something, and it was interesting for me, and we could free share our opinions without problems.
Yeah, in Telegram is still free zone, but who knows for how long? Yeah,
yeah, who knows?
Vasant, please.
Yeah, but I disagree with the algorithm. A few years ago, I used to post an image of a movie screenshot. It contained a sword. One man was threatening another man with a sword, but the algorithm immediately blocked my image, and due to the community guidelines, I was shocked. Then who would follow me so closely to report my post? But then I realized that it was just an algorithm. So yeah, algorithm has disadvantages. And don't you have any? Don't you have received any counter point of view? Usually they ask, if you disagree with our decision, then you can go ahead with something like that.
Not in this case. In this case, I got an email that I clearly violated the policy. So, and I got to be more careful, or I will get a strike too. So no options to what to say to appeal. Yeah, no, there was no option.
Wow.
Okay, so, and that was my segue why we are doing a cartoon movie, right? So Inside Out is a cartoon movie. Probably we can discuss it, so we can say that liberals and conservatives both use their emotions to make decision makers, to make their decisions. So probably we are equal in this regard.
Wow.
Okay, so we have a question. Thank you, Teacher Lee. We have questions to discuss, and I think it will be more smooth, right, to follow the questions, because there are not too much the story, I guess, not like in the adult movie or something. But it's an interesting question. Is this movie for adults? Sergey, what do you think? Is it for children or for adults?
I think it's a controversial question, because I was interested to see in this movie with my children, and we discuss after this movie about sadness, why sadness is important, and I think it's each adult could find the interesting moment and the useful moment for their.
Yep. At least it's a family movie, right? So we can discuss, we can raise the questions to discuss, right? So why emotion, why we feel this way, why it's kind of define our behavior. So,
and in psychology, they actually break your mind into pieces like this. You have the adult, the ego, you have the child, I want this, I want that, I want it now. and we actually, our minds actually struggle with these, I shouldn't do this, I want to do this. You shouldn't do this, I want to do this so bad. And we're always struggling with these emotions in our head, trying to guide our actions.
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah, and I wondered, why should Joy be the leader of this team? Why are they always trying to make human being happy, not as sad or not angry. I don't know.
Yeah, great question. Maybe we just like to think about ourselves, like we are driven by joy, right? But maybe we are driven by anger, or something like this.
Yeah, it may affect somebody else. So joy will not do that. If you are angry, then somebody might get offended. If you are sad, somebody might get be sad. So yeah, joy is a common thing. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, very good. Okay, so let's start with questions. As always, if you volunteer, please raise your hand. So it will be this way. If no, I will ask someone. Okay, so the first one, describe who Riley is and what role her 5 emotions play. And let's name these 5 emotions, right? To know them. Well, would you like to answer?
Riley, 5 emotions is fear, and anger.
Anger. Anger.
Joy. Sadness. And disgust.
Disgust. Yeah. So, and I, if you ask me, before I watched the movie, I would not include disgust in the 5 main emotions. It's kind of strange to me.
Yeah.
Sergey, what do you think? What could be a replacement for disgust if you made this list?
Not obviously, because in my mind, this disgust is a sort of fourth division of emotion.
Third division, yeah. So honor, pride, right? Self-esteem. If it's probably it's not an emotion, right? Self-esteem, yeah. Okay, so and Riley is just a girl, right? In a family that we are going to learn so far.
Yes, I want to say about the previous question. I think the disgust and fear are very close.
Very close. They're interesting. They're both kind of negative emotions, right?
No, they are saving you from dangerous things.
Okay, they're saving you, right? So because you fear something or because you discuss something, you don't get involved in some activities. Okay, so they prevent you, so kind of stoppers, right? Don't do this is terrible. Don't do this is dangerous, like this. Okay, and what was the word for this? Sadness? Does it prevent you from doing something? Sadness. So it's kind of different, right? So sadness probably, I don't know, probably not protective one. Okay, so Minnesota. Jihan, what do you know about Minnesota?
Almost nothing.
Me either.
But no, there is a hockey team, right? And snow. And what else? Sergey, what is the name of hockey team in Minnesota?
Minnesota Twins. I'm not sure but I know that Minnesota this season went in playoff of NHL, and Minnesota is the North. Maybe I am wrong. Teacher, please correct me. Minnesota is a North state, maybe near Canada. That's why the hockey is a very popular game, like in Canada. And the cool children tried to be as a famous hockey players, and everywhere we can see some place for hockey, the lakes, in the stadium, in the
how we call them? Ice rink, probably. Ice rink. Yeah. Okay.
Ice rinks, yeah. Yeah.
That's why I think it's really had a shock when he moved from Minnesota to San Francisco. Seriously, where is the school? Where is the league? What's wrong with you, guy? Where is your hockey team?
So it's like changing from, I don't know, from desert to some water place, right? So everything is different. Different people, different sport, different food. Yes, and we discussed this in our chat. Do you remember this pizza with broccoli, right?
I think
Health
in my
food.
opinion, pizza with broccoli looks like a modern wave for guys with the smoothie. Oh
Yeah,
yes,
fair,
it's
fair
vegan
use, you know,
vegan pizza.
vegan pizza. Fair use of yours, you know. Don't damage any animal. You eat your broccoli. Cool, Leila, can you speak with us?
Hello, I'm
Hello,
so
hello.
sorry if you can't hear me very well. I'm trying to connect through my telephone.
Leila,
No internet.
Leila, you're just fine. We hear you solid and clear. So please stay.
Very clear. Yeah.
Okay.
How are you, Teacher Lee?
Good. Good.
Leila,
Everybody is okay, I hope.
yeah,
Yeah.
Leila, we just started. We are on question 1. If you can see my picture. If you cannot, I will.
Yeah. You know what? As I told you, I tried to watch only the first part.
Okay. Jihan, would you like to add something?
Yes, speaking about the pizza, they compared in the movie that the Hawaiian added the pineapple to the pizza. So they were like criticizing, or they maybe they distort the idea of pizza by this adding. So San Francisco added the broccoli. Is it the broccoli? The green thing.
Broccoli, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so they destroyed the idea, right, of pizza with meat, with cheese, with everything.
Mm-hmm.
Leila, do you like pizza with broccoli?
I love it because I like vegetables a lot, and I like pizza a lot.
Yes.
Broccoli.
As we know from the previous movie, right? What was his name? Radius. Everyone likes pizza. Right?
I mean, there's Turkish pizza, you know?
Yeah, la manja, how you call it?
Yes.
Okay. So Evan changes Rila's life, and in what way? Right. So we already mentioned that her family moved in San Francisco. Right. What else changed? Vasant, can you tell us what else changed in her life?
After moving to the new town,
Mm-hmm.
yes, she missed the old town very much, and she missed her friends and hockey team and everything. So, and she visited her new school. She tried to be happy, but when she visited her new school, the teacher asked her to introduce herself. She tried to be positive, but somehow she was reminded by her old core memories from the old city. Then she became sad.
Yeah. Vasant, have you ever changed your school? So like moved from one school to another?
Yes.
Was it a kind of harsh event for you, or just?
yeah, it was really hard. I was there for 10 years in my old school. Then I moved to a new school for the 2 grades. After that, I had to complete just 2 grades. They moved me to another school because they thought that new school would taught very well than the old school, but they were wrong. I used to study very well because the atmosphere was good to me. The old school gave me that pampering and everything. They knew how I study, and so they didn't give me pressure and everything. It is like almost like being in a home. But the new school, they didn't know me. They didn't know my strategies, and they handled me in a different way. So everything was shattered. I got low marks after that. It was hard.
Ouch.
Leila, as a teacher, can you say that children that change the school, that you like moved to your class, they need special treatment or something?
I mean, it depends on their personality. I have changed schools and I can communicate with people easily. So I'm an extrovert person. So no problem for me. But some students, yes, they need special attention.
Right. I was lucky. I changed the school probably a few times, but every time it was kind of a brand new school. So it's like a new team of everything, new team of teachers, new team of students. So I was not like an alien for a already set up collective. I was a kind of a part of it.
Sure.
Okay, cool. Something we should mention here at the beginning was the I think Sergey or someone had a comment. Why was Joy in charge? Why was Joy the boss of all these emotions? In Minnesota, she had grown up there. Everything was familiar to her, her friends, her family. She was happy all the time. So joy was her main emotion. And that's probably why Joy was the boss. All of the memories had joy in them, okay? And sadness had no use. Like sadness just sat around. I ain't got nothing to do. Nobody wants me. I'm useless. But now that she moved, suddenly sadness has new abilities that or more power than she had before. And this confuses Joy. What changed? Well, Minnesota changed. Okay.
So emotion is like a kind of a muscle, right? If you don't train it, it's just small.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Vasant, please.
Yeah, that's a good point, Teacher Lee, because I remember when they showed the dad's inside characters, the angry man was the center person. So yeah, it depends on the people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jihan, please.
I just want to add, Teacher Lee described joy as like just for this movie, for this story.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
But let's take it from like a broader view. Everyone as a kid, they think joy is the most important thing and you have to be happy for the rest of your life. But then at some point in life, you like start to understand that sadness and joy will play like important part together. So the movie maybe it's trying like to convey a message on how to perceive these emotions in the right way.
Yep, right. So children, they are made of joy, right? So children, they're always happy most of the time, right? So if they're sad, it's for 1 minute, then they're happy again. But it's disappear when you get growing, right? When you get more adult. I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should mention that psychopaths are people whose emotions aren't working right. Maybe anger and hatred are always in control.
Yeah, it's an interesting question. Yeah, so they're connected to different parts, right? So I kind of getting joy from being angry or from, I don't know, for torturing someone. So it's kind of different.
Yeah.
And also, Ivan, when you want to do something for your child, which he or she doesn't want to do it, they can just show their anger in order to, persuade you that he's or she's right.
Yeah. Usually, is love an emotion? Can we say that it's an emotion?
I would say so. I would say so. Yeah. I mean, it's a feeling, right? The emotions are feelings.
Right.
If you feel love, that's not joy. That's not sadness. It's not anger. It's its own emotion. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised they kind of left out love. Of course, all of it together, I guess in this movie, it sounded like joy and love, joy and sadness kind of together became that love emotion.
Yep.
At the end of the movie. Yeah.
Maybe that's the idea that the love is kind of a complex emotion, and they are kind of 5 primitive emotions, so we can combine anything from them.
Yeah. Good point. You can love someone and hate them too sometimes.
Yeah, in Russian language, we have a saying that says between love and hate is exactly 1 step. So it's always back and forth. So if you are indifferent, if you feel nothing to someone, so probably you will not switch to hate immediately. But if you love someone, there is 1 step. Okay, so let's go to number 3. What conflict arises between joy and sadness? It's I think it's related to the story, not in general way.
Yeah.
Somebody? Sergey, can you answer? So what was the conflict?
I'm afraid that I'm not remember the what's the conflict, but I think that joy thought that sadness was unuseful, useless. Why do you have one? When you start to put some buttons, Riley has a sadness and she has a problem, and I don't understand. Please, I can to put, and Riley will be happy every time.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, it was so in the movie, I guess. Right?
And I remember a moment when Joy rules the circle. Please, sadness, it's your place. Please go, don't go out from this circle.
It was a trick, right?
After her steps, we have the stress and the bad consequences.
Right. So it was a circle of sadness, right? Stay there, do nothing, right? Don't spoil anything. Yeah. Okay, teacher Liv wrote our help for us. So develop a magic touch. Sadness developed a magic touch. When she touches a memory, it turns sad and blue. Right? Do we remember that in English, blue is kind of a color of sad. Sad.
Yeah, yeah. I'm feeling blue. I've got the blues. I'm sad. Yep.
Yeah. Actually, during the movie, when we were watching the movie, we discussed this with Vova. So anger is definitely red color for me. I don't know why, but anger is red. It's kind of obvious for me. So disgust is green. I can understand this as well. So green for me is, something rotten, something spoiled, so I can feel disgust. But the rest, like fear was, what color was fear? Blue or violet?
Yeah, violet or purple, I think.
Purple, yeah. Why? I don't know.
Yeah.
Why not?
Usually fear, our face drains of blood and we turn white with fear.
Right.
So I would have used white for fear, but I don't know why they use that color.
Anger is red maybe because it's related to the blood.
Yeah. Yeah, when you are angry, your eyes are red, right? Your face are red. So how dare you not to call me gender correctly or something? So.
Well, yeah.
What sadness was blue, right? And joy was, what color was joy? Yellow. Okay, like a sun, right? So I can understand. Yes.
I understand also why sadness is blue, because when you cry,
you cry with blue water.
Yes.
And also, Ivan, when you say green, I remember this. He has green fingers, so it means he's good at gardening.
Yeah, green is also envy, which is a bad
yeah,
thing. Right?
Yeah.
Nice. Sergey?
Yeah, and I remember the moment when they had a dinner, and we could see the problem with Riley, and the mother of Riley asked father, please help us. And we can see emotion inside the father. They watched hockey. Danger, what's happened? Maybe I'm toilet and I don't open the door and toilet. What's happened? But it was funny.
Interesting. This is a demon time, yeah. Okay, let's move forward.
Yes, I don't understand why the main emotion in the father was anger.
Yeah, why? Yeah, Sergey.
In the movie, yes.
Yeah, that was driven by anger, right? So it was a main emotion. Do you think it's right for adult men?
I think it depends of the moment of their life, but because the father looks very patient, not angry, and I think this moment the father had a lot of problem with job, with relationships with their boss. That's why anger was ahead emotions, and he looks like a boss. Maybe in after several time, we could see other boss.
Yes. As teacher wrote, stress provoke. Right?
Yeah, we pronounce this word anger.
Anger.
This one has a hard G sound. Anger.
Anger. Okay.
Angry, anger, angry. So yeah, when I was younger, I was under a lot of stress. I was kind of angry a lot, or angry more than now, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's go forward. So what mishap happens with the school? Leila, do you remember what happened?
I think also Wasan told something that I could say the same things. The teacher wanted her to introduce herself, and I think she remembered her old memories, and she cries in front of her classmates, right?
Yep. So at that moment, sadness kind of won the game inside your mind, right?
Yeah, it's normally one. I have never thought that a child doesn't know the meaning of sadness. They know, but we parents make them happy a lot.
Well, but I can see how fast they switch from one emotion to
Yeah.
children. So they can be totally disappointed of something. The world is totally blue, but then next second, it's joy and sun and everything is good.
Yeah.
It will take hours for me to make the same, pivot.
Yeah. Here's a piece of candy. Wow. Yeah.
I can do the same thing, Teacher Lee. Why not?
Good for you. Well, good for you. So you can distract yourself from bad things, right? So if you can switch.
No, I can cry easily, and then candy, ice cream can make me happy.
Right. I've read that women, when they get sad, they'll go out and buy a new hat and they'll feel better.
Oh, Teacher Lee, also shoes, and also even love chocolate.
Shoes and chocolate or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Bing Bong. Vasan, who is Bing Bong?
Bing Bong is her imaginary friend. When she used to be a toddler, she created this imaginary character to play with her, and yeah, it looks like an elephant. Okay, probably she got that figure from her toys. Then yeah, he remains in the subconscious mind, I think. Yeah.
I remember it was kind of an elephant from the kind of top, but at the back it was kind of a raccoon or something so strange.
Cat.
What?
And it was part dolphin.
Part dolphin?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Vasant, did you have imaginary friends when you was young?
No, I tried to construct something, but it felt abnormal. Yeah, I saw in movies people have imaginary friends, and okay, let's make our own imaginary friend. I tried it, but it didn't work. No, I don't know.
I guess, or I never had, or I forgot, but I don't remember anything. Vova, did you have an imaginary friend? I remember once when Vova was really young, so he told me something, and I was surprised that he knows about some fact. I don't remember what fact it was, and I asked him, Vova, how do you know this? And Vova said, Beaver told me this. And I asked, what beaver? and he said, it was my beaver, my friend beaver. So but he mentioned this only once. Maybe it was an imaginary friend. Do you remember him? No. Leila, what about you? Did you have some kind of elephant?
No. But what we were told at university as well, everybody can have an imaginary friend, but it goes on more than a lot than they need treatment. Children.
Really?
Yeah. Because I had 1 or 2 students, and they're at the age of 13, 14, and they still talk with their imaginary friends.
Wow.
And
There is a kid's song that you might enjoy, Yvonne. Vova might enjoy it. It's called Puff the Magic Dragon. And he is, in the song, he is the imaginary friend of a small boy. And they play together. They play on pirate ships and they go on adventures together. And eventually the boy grows older and older and he doesn't visit Puff the Magic Dragon anymore. So Puff gets kind of sad and starts kind of disintegrating and disappearing. So it's kind of a happy, sad song.
yeah,
Happy, sad song. Wow.
I can imagine, yeah. Okay, let's go further. So why does Big Bong become unresponsive and what snaps him out of it? I don't remember. Shihan, can you tell us?
Because they disposed or throw the rocket play in the I think in the subconscious memory, or no, in the forgotten memories.
Mm-hmm.
And what snaps him out of it? Sadness. She made him like cry and express himself, and he was crying candies, which is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, funny. Okay, let's go to the next one. So what's him, right? Do fear, anger, and disgust attempted and why? Or any answer?
Yes.
So what was number 7?
Okay. I think they anger took the idea,
Mm-hmm.
the lamp,
Mm-hmm.
and idea was to run away to home.
To home.
Yes.
Yeah. So idea was to to get everything good back, right? Where was everything good? In Minnesota. So I'm going to Minnesota back. Right?
Yes.
That was his idea. What about this control plane? Do you remember this control plane for emotions? They have a control board, something. Do you think this it exists in our mind? This console? Do you ever had this lamp, lighting with a new idea? No. Okay, so common center, right? World. Okay, so describe the twisty tree memory. Twisty tree memory. Bosans, can you please? Number 8.
I don't remember the twisted tree memory.
Yeah, but let's talk just about the memory. So memories is both. There's forgotten memories. There's core memory. Right?
The twisty tree incident is actually very important in this movie. It's key.
I don't think so.
Tell us, what is twisty tree memory?
When it was memory when pair dogs the her team lose the
Lost competition, right? Lost the game.
yes, was the game, and
Riley
want to left the team, but then Pans and the team calmed him.
So as far as I remember, so she was in charge of this in this defeat, right? So because of her action, they lost the game. Am I right? Actually, wrote.
Yeah, she had a chance to win the game and she missed it and they lost. Yeah.
Yep. So, and why it was a healing moment? Because they did not did not blame her for this.
Yeah, basically. So that was really her first sad memory. And that's when love came out. So because she was sad, the parents came to her and love was all around her and she felt better. So that was a key memory that kept coming back in her mind. Was she kept thinking about the twisty tree, and sadness realized this was a key emotion or a key incident in her mind, and that sadness and love are kind of together. You can't not have sadness, in other words. Yeah.
I remember that Joy considered this memory as a happy core memory, but she didn't see the whole picture. Sadness was explaining to her that it's a sad moment because they lost the game. But what Joy can see in the core, it's like the team was celebrating, and she saw her parents like hugging her on the tree. So that's why sadness was trying from the beginning to like show or like, how can I say, to prove herself like as an important emotion.
And remember, going back to Bing Bong, he was feeling sad, and she said, "I understand your sadness," and he hugged her, and that hug of love brought him out of it. So sadness and hugs kind of go together.
Right. Okay, so what causes, number 9, right? What causes joy and sadness to become separated? You already covered it, no? So what? I couldn't answer actually this one. So, Sergey, can you?
I gave you the answers, Ivan.
Yeah, but I want to be in the same boat, as everyone.
Okay.
I don't remember, to be honest.
So I remember that they have 2 teams, right? So they kind of separated these emotions to save the day. Right?
This one begins with Riley stealing a credit card.
Yeah, and it ruined an island of honesty, right?
Honesty on one of her 5 islands. One of her islands suddenly crumbled. Yeah. So disasters are starting to happen. Oh my God, we've lost an island. And then a train crashes, right?
It was a salt train, right? Train of salt.
The train of thought. Yeah, when the island goes down, the train of thought crashes against long-term memory. And then they all get caught in this train crash. And then there's a recall tube.
Yeah. And I like it, the idea of this dream, how it's called, dream operations room, or what is it?
Daydream, you mean?
Dream production.
Yeah, dream production or something like that. Yeah.
Did you like dream production?
Yes, I like it was written, I am fallen for very long distance. And,
yeah. It was
then I can fly, and then I am chased.
Yeah, in a dream production, on the wall there were 3 huge posters, right? So main kind of themes of the dreams, right? I can fly, I'm chased by someone, and I'm falling down to some hole, right? So
yeah.
I'm playing.
Yeah. Have you ever dreamed you're being chased and you're running in slow motion?
Yeah, always. I remember I was flying a lot when I was young, but not now. What's up, please?
I think that's why they made the huge posters, because they were watched by so many people. So it's a hit movie.
Good point. Yeah.
Okay, so Joy and Big Bong, they were both on this memory dump, right? And they tried to escape on some kind of, how we call it, a trail, or I don't know, some kind of a rocket for them. Right?
A rocket, yeah.
A rocket. Jihan, could you please describe the attempt to escape?
Okay, they tried many times to like fly from the dump up high, but maybe because of the weight, the Bing Bong at the third try, he like jumped from the rocket and let Joy reach the point.
Yeah, so what could we use? What kind of word if you kind of commit suicide? I don't know, to let other win the game. So you sacrifice yourself?
Self-sacrifice, yeah.
Self-sacrifice, yeah. And speaking about this story with Big Bong, usually do you remember this big clown? So kind of a huge clown, and it was sleeping, and Big Bong was on the top of him. So this clown was pretty scary, right?
The hero of nightmare.
Hero of nightmare, right? But I think it's kind of American thing. Sergey, have you ever seen?
No, in our culture, the clown is not dangerous because we didn't invite the clown in our birthday. It's not our culture. I didn't see who invited clowns to the birthday girl or boys. It's not our culture. But in American movie, I know the clown is the hero, is the main figure of nightmares. Where is birthday girl? But I am scared. Please go home.
Girl, you're a good girl, right?
Yeah, there was an old movie called Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It was a silly movie. And then Stephen King, a horror writer, wrote a movie called It, which was about a killer clown. So that kind of put the image of a killer clown in our collective minds.
Interesting. Well,
yes. It was very strange because when I think about clown, it's like very kind.
Yeah. That's what Sergey said, different culture, right?
Yes.
In Russia, we see clowns in the circus and they always kind, they always funny. So we cannot imagine that it's something, to be afraid of, right? Okay. Okay, let's skip a few and go to number 12, I guess. So how do Joy and Sadness, they reunited, get back inside this control room, right? Headquarters. Sergey, how did it?
Yeah, I like that moment. And if you remember, in the Dream production, produced the Dream Boy of Riley. I would die for Riley. And Joy started to produce those types of boys and put inside the bag. And in one moment, he opens the bag, and this guy started to stay on top.
They made a line, right? Kind of. So one stayed on the shoulders of another one.
Yeah, and she stayed on the last Dream Boy, and they put on the bottom the jumping. Jumped, and she hugged Sadness, and they put in the headquarters, and anger started to damage the window using chair a lot. And this moment, disgust start to be anger. Well, useless, and started to be an anger. But after that, anger has the fire, and they work as a
I don't know, welding machine.
yes, yeah.
He blew his top, right? He blew his top.
Blue stuff, yeah.
It was very clever decision.
Yeah, nice one. Yeah, I enjoy it. Sorry. So number 13. So how does the team stop Riley from running way back to Minnesota? Can you answer number 13?
They gave control over to sadness. So she triggered her emotions, and she wanted to be back with her parents.
Yeah, so it's how we call the idea that kind of capture us. So I have one idea, it capture me, it define all my behavior. So it's compulsive idea.
Urge, impulse, urge or impulse, yeah.
Yeah, so probably it was such strong idea that controlled her behavior, right? So they destroyed it, and he became able to be a good girl again, right? Okay.
In cartoons, when someone has an idea, we always show a light bulb turning on in their head. So the light bulb is like an impulse or an idea. I'm going to do this. So they had to destroy the runaway idea light bulb, and sadness was able to destroy it.
Right? Okay, and the last one. So final outcome. Leila, can you please summarize for us, if you can?
I just can imagine because I have listened to everybody very carefully. I think they stayed in Minnesota, and I think she got along well with her friends, right?
I guess it's
or am I mistaken?
More about family, I guess. Let's ask Jihan. Jihan, can you please summarize for us?
I remember they got an expanded console. Like her emotions improved. And they continue living in San Francisco, I think. And they like understand each other, like her and her parents.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a happy ending. And also the emotions, the core memory emotion became a mixture between happy and sadness.
Yeah, so I would say that she kind of involved in what was it? Evolved, right? So
yeah,
evolved. Yeah, evolved. Yeah.
So she kind of passed to the next level, right? Now I understand my emotions. I cannot be controlled by one emotion. I can be kind of a person that take to think about everything. So mature, right?
So hybrid emotions. I can be happy and sad at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
So
and also, they had a new button. It's puberty.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. It's like related to maturity.
Puberty?
Yes. It's like another level.
But yeah, she's starting to grow up. Grow up.
Yep. Okay, so that's the end, right? So not too much here. It's kind of one story, but it's it was shown to us in an interesting way.
Right.
Yeah. I will watch the other part because today, my son has left, so I started watching, and the first moment I didn't understand some balls, core memory, but I wonder what's gonna happen, so I will watch it. Nice. But is it for children or adults?
It's a little bit of both, really. It helps you understand your kids better, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there are a lot of actual psychology terms in this movie.
Like the subconscious memory.
Yep, subconscious, dream production.
So dream production is a really a term. I thought it's just a joke.
No, it's but you know, we have dreams, right? So the idea that we create dreams in our head, you know, is real life. We do have dreams, creative dreams sometimes. Yeah.
Sergey, you want to say?
Yeah, and I like the moment after finish this movie when we could see some emotions of other people and teacher and the clown. I spent 6 time for drama school and who I am. That's funny this moment. And the teacher, only 5 months and 3 weeks and 2 days after that, I will have the Miami Beach with a come on, my dear friends. Yeah, it was funny.
Right.
And I like this memory dump. I mean, I love it because I have never thought that we want to forget some things.
Yeah. We tend to forget tragedy in our lives sometimes as a protective response. Sometimes trauma, we'll forget horrible things in our life. It'll just be erased from our memory and we won't remember it. And sometimes that causes mental problems and they have to use hypnosis to make you remember the bad thing so you can heal and get over it.
Yeah.
And that's what psychiatrists do. Yeah.
Leila, have you seen this joke with commercials and music in core memory?
No.
So it was, you know, kind of a catchy melody, you know, like always Coca-Cola. So some commercials.
Ivan, you know, I must watch these kind of things. Just send me the link and I will try. But no sharks, thank you.
Zihan, please.
I remember the mine workers deleting some memories intentionally. So that, and I remember Joy saying to them not to delete some memories, and they said they are not used anymore. And one of them was like a fact about history, like who's the president of a specific country. So I think it's showing us how if we don't use our memories, that we will lose them, even the things that we learn.
And this is based on fact. If you remember from one of my lessons, there's something called REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep. And that's one phase of our sleep cycle. At the very end, we have a phase called rapid eye movement sleep. And they believe that that's when the brain does its memory dumping. That's when it decides what memories to keep and what memories to throw away. And you have to have that REM sleep to maintain a healthy mind. And if you get woken up all the time and you don't get enough REM sleep, you will actually start going crazy and behaving erratically, and you can die from not having REM sleep. So REM sleep is when your mind does its housekeeping and tidies up all your memories and throws away things that are useless and stores things that are helpful. So that's a real idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it, the joke about let's keep Washington, someone else, and the fat guy. That's great. Okay, who was the fat guy in the presidency? I don't know actually the answer. So they, you know, all the presidents of the USA, right, in the memory, and these mind workers, they clear in the memory from useless and say Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and the fat guy. So who was the fat guy? I don't know.
Fat guy. It wasn't Winston Churchill, was it? It was a president?
Yeah. And, if you talk about the president, the fat guy, I remember the meeting in Yalta with Roosevelt, Stalin, and Churchill, because Churchill is the fat guy. That's why I remember a fat guy. I don't know who that guy as a president.
Churchill's usually the one that's shaped kind of like Winnie the Pooh. He's
But he's not that fat. He wasn't that fat. Come on.
but he just has that outline. We think of him as kind of big in the middle. Yeah. Wasn't super fat, but yeah. Yeah.
Okay, nice movie. I enjoyed it. And I guess
it's interesting, Ivan, but which category can we put this movie? You know? I don't know. Weird. It's really weird.
Let's go by method of exclusion, right? So it's not a drama, it's not a romantic story.
No.
It's not a sci-fi, right?
You know, for me, it's a kind of educates me a bit, you know, so I don't know what to say.
It's a children's story at heart. It's animated, it's got cartoon characters, it tries to be funny, you know, it's a children's movie basically, but it has adult themes to it also. I mean, it applies to, you know, we all have emotions. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's Sergey.
Yes, but I think that the cartoon is more interesting, the cartoon has more tools to show something for adults.
Right.
If we are talking about the useful this movie for adults, it's useful because we could understand some things with relationships with behavior, our children, our sadness. But if we see the real movie, we couldn't show these emotions as we can see this cartoon.
So in cartoon we can use visual language, right? So this is joy, this is sadness. But if you read it, you know, like for adults, let's say someone like Dostoevsky, you will read 300 pages about how we suffer from the life, right? So different language. Okay, so I can see emotions here on this slide clearly. Okay. Thank you, Vasant, for your slides as always. So let's describe a few. Volo, can you start, please?
Yes, this is anger on a
control plane, probably.
Control, yes.
He's the boss, right?
No,
who's on the left?
On the left is fear, joy, sadness, and disgust.
Disgust. Yeah. Can you see these balls on the left?
Yes.
What is this?
Memory. I think memories.
Yeah, core memory, right? What? Why does they call they?
No, core memories is this. After sadness.
Behind the sadness,
yes.
Core memory. Okay.
And this memories, I don't know why this.
Just memories, right? Okay, a lot of levers, buttons, so probably a human is a complex device, right? To control it, you have more than one button.
Okay. And so buttons go up and down, and levers go forward and backward or side to side. Okay.
Yeah, some of them are kind of circle. I can see, right? You can rotate them. So it's how we call this, switchers, maybe.
Yeah, kind of a circular lever, semicircular lever. Yeah, yeah. A switch just kind of pivots. A switch pivots. So buttons are up and down. Levers move linearly, and switches pivot.
Yeah. Okay. The next one, Sergey, could you please?
Yeah, in this picture we can see the landscape windows, and they were seen to the islands of hockey, family, and something. And below island we can see mountains like a canyon. So,
Okay.
and we can see the ceremony of memories.
Okay, so memory goes to these islands. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, I can see some pipes on the top or conduits. So it's kind of a railway for memories on the top, right? Okay, let's go further. Wasans, could you please?
This is where her parents are saying good night to her. And this is the stage when she received her first, a separate room. Yeah, she got the opportunity to sleep away from her parents once she grew up. You can see her favorite posters, hockey related posters on the wall. I don't know, the small posters might be her paintings or awards she received. Different type of chair. Sitting.
We call it a beanbag chair. It's full of it's full of beans. You just sit on it and it just pushes out. Yeah.
Then a cup she won for the tournament and the tournament.
Golden one, right? On the left.
Yeah.
Okay, pretty much it is. I just noticed this writing on the dad's jacket. So prairie dogs, even on the clothes, right? On his chest, prairie dogs XXL. Well, do you know what does mean XXL? Extra large. So it's a size.
I'm not that XXL. I think that's Young Hockey League.
Really?
Young YHL maybe.
No. It's XXL, I guess. but it's interesting kind of solution.
If it's Roman numerals, it might be, well, it wouldn't be 30 though. It would be, yeah, it's got to be extra large, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Jihan, what they are doing? Can you tell us?
They are playing hockey. That's when they arrived at their new home. And their daughter was like upset because the place looks gloomy to her and not colorful, drab maybe. And Joy was trying to solve the situation by like seizing the opportunity of having the place empty to play with her parents.
Yep. Well, mother is a goalie, as teacher Lee wrote. Right. It's pretty empty room, right? So they just moved in. Not too much here. Drapes, shadows on the window.
Chimney, maybe.
There's a fireplace. Yep. I think that's a fireplace behind them.
Yeah, looks so. Okay, and the classroom incident. Could you describe it?
Sure. And I think this is the scene when she cries, right? She is the teacher on the left, and there are many students, boys and girls in the classroom, and there are some maps and posters, and there's the bookshelf on the right at the back. And I love the chairs a lot. These are really, really comfortable. We are using the same. And Teacher Lee, where's the bulletin board? Right. I thought it is not for writing, right? And here is really, she feels sad. And the other people, the other students are looking at her. But I think she feels tense a bit.
Yeah, let's speak about this map. Can you see a map?
Yeah.
There is a few flags, I guess.
Map.
Yeah. The internet is getting worse on the lower side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder. I can see China here, probably England.
Sorry, you want map? You can see that, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I can see the map with a few kind of, pinpoints, or how we call it. So
Yeah, because mine is a mobile phone. I can see clearly a lot.
So it's interesting that I'm thinking, so why these places are kind of marked. So in Australia, in China, somewhere in Europe, somewhere in India.
Even every lesson, teachers can talk about different countries. Maybe every country they have talked about has been pinned.
What? Yeah. Why I was attentive to this? I can see clearly USA, and the flag is from India or something. So
I wonder. Yeah.
There's the code, Ivan.
I'm not sure if that is flags.
I wonder if these are countries that these kids either came from or have visited. But it's hard. It's hard to say.
Right. Sergey, what was your idea?
I think that it's not a flags. It's only posters, maybe with the writers.
Okay, stickers, right? Small stickers with the writing. Okay.
Maybe.
Could be. Okay, what is happening on here? Oh, can you please?
Island is broken.
It's breaking, right?
Breaking. And Joy want to want to go to headquarters.
Why? To save some memories or what?
To control Joy.
But why she's having these memories in her hand?
The course memories. Very
important.
Yes.
Okay, and what kind of island it is? Do you remember? It's not written.
Looks like goofball.
Goofball?
Yes.
What is it?
When Riley is
could be amusement park, Vova.
It looks really strange, like like a plant or some industry or like this.
Yeah, it looks like a factory or something.
Really?
He's right. It's the goofball. It's when her father pretended to be a monkey, and she didn't respond, so that the first fall.
Interesting.
Okay, so let's go to the mind workers. So, okay, what is this and what they are doing?
I think it's shelf with memories. The type of memories color it other colors, and some two boring workers because their job looks boring. Let's go and you could find some memory and write and put the plus or minus, and we can see a pipes looks like a
vacuum cleaner, right?
Vacuum cleaner. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why, but those two workers use helmets and glasses.
Safety first.
Yep.
Yep. PPE, personal protective equipment, gloves, eyes, hard hat.
What else, please?
Yes, I was wondering the same, and it's acceptable that they are wearing a helmet because so many stories of levels, and the balls may fall on their head. So that's
Okay, Vola, can you read something?
Yes. I can see that the most memories are
What?
happy,
Happy, right?
but then anger, a lot of anger.
A lot of, yeah. So the color of the memory is kind of defined by emotion, right?
Yes, first of all, happy, anger, then fear,
Mhm.
then sadness,
Yep.
and very seldom is disgust.
Yeah, but gray and black, it means it's forgotten already. So it's empty kind of. So I
Yes,
don't remember what it was, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Bing Bong, or what was his name? Jihan, could you please?
Okay, that's her imaginary friend. They used to sing and dance together. And she's like, can I say she's drumming?
Yep. Playing the drums.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what to say. It's so simple.
I can see a drawing on the wall with a deer on it and a small, how we call it,
Plant?
small river, a brook could be. Usually, how we call a small river, you know, a small amount of water. A
We
brook.
call it a stream or a brook.
Mhm, mhm. Okay, and I like this green color of the sofa. Kind of interesting.
Ivan, this elephant is a kind of stuffed toy.
Mm. It's not real, really, right?
No, what I'm thinking is that everybody can see it, or only she can see the elephant.
Oh, it's
I think-
imaginary. Yeah, it's imaginary. Only she can see it. Yeah.
Right. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay. I like this moment. Leila, have you watched this one or not?
No.
Okay, let me try to describe it. So what is going with them? It's kind of what I would call a pixelization, you know. So they're going to be pixelized. You know, on the computer screen, we have a image. It's made of pixels, small circles that or square things that makes the picture. So it's something that happens to them. So the world physics is changed somehow, but I don't remember why. Why?
Because mind focus is so that there are a lot of
I'm listening carefully.
there's a lot of things in this like
Store, right?
store, yes, and they want to, I don't know,
Clear it, right?
yes.
Yeah, looks fine. Looks fine.
I like when they become
Two-dimensional.
yes, and Joy say that we are two-dimensional, and she stepped on a horizon.
Yeah, on the horizon. Yeah, so it was a kind of trick. 2D and 3D. Okay, let's skip a few. So it's what Sergey described, right? It's yeah, this one.
Oh,
Laura, please tell us what is special about this dream production.
posters.
Posters?
Yes. I am fallen for a very long time in Turkey. Dinian Production Studios presents I am fallen for.
Yeah, and can you see there is a written Riley Anderson.
Riley Anderson.
Right.
Riley Anderson in I Can Fly.
Yeah, but posters really good, right? So I like the style how they made.
Something cheesy.
She's the star in all three movies. Yep.
Vasant, please?
Teacher Lee, are there any familiar or popular movies from Hollywood? Because I can see the Vertigo kind of poster in the first. So the other two, are they familiar to you?
None that I recognize, but it may be that old movies had posters like this. Yeah, they could be real posters, but I don't recognize them. Yeah.
There are a lot of equipments, right? Some boxes.
Big lights. Those are lights on a stand.
Right.
You've
On the
got to
right,
have
some kind of
good lighting.
calendar or something. And
Yeah, I don't know what that
clown,
is.
yeah, clown in the box, right?
A Jack in the Box.
Jack in the box.
Yeah.
And from this point we can see that Big Bond has a tail like a raccoon. So it's in the center, it's his. Okay, let's maybe make a few, the last one. Sergey, what is happening on here?
This is a moment when dream production team was making a dream for Riley, and in the center of picture we can see the operator with the camera R1, and producer. I think the lady is producer, and the man with bear is register, or not.
We call him director. The director tells people what to do.
Yeah, it's the director and some people, voice guys and movie guys and decoration guys, and on the in front in the
behind the camera.
Yeah, behind the camera we can see the shelves with other devices for making movie. Something I don't know what is it, but it was movie.
Props, maybe props.
Yeah. Well, would you like that something?
Yes. This man with beard, he's not just talking. He's so
making voices.
Making voice of a Riley.
Right.
This with beard.
Look angrier. Show more anger. Giving directions on how she should act. Yeah, or whatever. Yeah, giving instructions.
Yeah. Okay. Wasans, can you tell us about this one? This scary clone?
Yeah, this is the clone. I think she was afraid of this clone from movies. She might have seen in movies who kills people on their birthday, you know. So it was in her subconscious memory since she forgot it. And her imaginary friend was imprisoned or arrested. Yeah. In that, and they were trying to save him without waking the monster up, but they needed his help to wake Riley so that she can run the thoughts of train, you know, a train of thoughts. Yeah.
Right, so it's a clone nose, right? This ball on the nose, it's a clone nose. Right?
Beep, beep. Sometimes you can squeeze it and make a noise. Beep, beep.
Very good one. Okay. Jiham, do you remember this tragic moment?
Yes, this is the rocket. And when the imaginary friend jumped, to let her get out of the dump. I can see the rainbow from behind, and also all the forgotten memories in the background. And I remember they like vanish one after the other, and the same for the imaginary friend. He lost like one part of his hand.
Yep. What was they singing? Oh, do you remember?
Who the friends to like to play? Yes.
Who the friends like to play? Yeah, it was some kind of a catching melody, but I forgot it.
With whom you yell play?
Okay, let's call it a day. So time is flying fast. Thank you, Teacher Lee, for everything, for talking points. And actually, as Teacher Lee mentioned, he wrote an answer for every talking points we discussed. And sometimes when I cannot watch the movie, I read them. But today I was in the same boat with you. But I think I will post this in our chat. So if you want, you can read the answers for yourself. Right?
Mhm.
Okay, thank you again for coming. We will choose the movie, I guess, in our chat. So time for Star Trek, maybe. I don't know.
I think we have one more animated movie on our list. If you want to take a break or do another animated movie, it's up to you.
Okay.
I think there was one more.
Okay, thank you very much. See you. Bye-bye.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye everyone.
Bye bye. Thank you very much.